After Sir Topham Hatt had asked Oliver and Toad to help the other engines, they had each had their own adventure. First, Oliver got lost and found an abandoned station. Then, Toad's forward-thinking views made a splash on the main line. They had just arrived at Knapford Station when they heard a strange wheezing sound. "Goodness, what's that noise, Mr. Oliver?" "I think it's coming from one of the little engines, Toad." And it was.
Excuse me, do you mind?
"Oh, sorry. I just couldn't help but hear you coughing. Are you feeling all right?"
Quite all right, thank you very much. Just a problem with my tubes. They'll sort themselves out.
"That's a relief. I'm Mr. Toad, by the way. I'm Mr. Oliver's brake van." "Hello there."
A pleasure, Toad and Oliver. I must say, it's nice to see a big railway look out for the little one.
After that, the pair continued to hit it off well. Toad would check in to see how Duke was getting on, but Duke's cough seemed to be getting worse and worse. Then one day, Duke never arrived. "Where's Mr. Duke?" "I don't know, Toad. I suppose he's working somewhere else today." "Excuse me, have you seen Mr. Duke recently?"
"Pah! How should I know? He wasn't in his shed last night. Perhaps he was taking his wheezing someplace else."
"Oh, no. Well, thank you anyway, Mr. Sir Handel."
"That's Sir Handel. Just Sir." What a strange brake van.
"Mr. Oliver, I think something terrible has happened to Mr. Duke. Mr. Oliver, I'm afraid I must resign from my duties as your brakeman for the day. Someone needs to look after Mr. Duke's well-being." Oliver was skeptical, but he still shunted Toad into a siding near the works. "Are you sure about this, Toad?" "Positively, Mr. Oliver. I'm sure you can find another brakeman to fill in for me." All right, if you say so." Toad was on high alert, but all was quiet in the yard for some time. That is, until... "Ah, hello, Toad. I'm about to take some trucks to the station in the valley. What brings you here?" "I need you to bring me with you. I think something terrible has happened to Mr. Duke, and I want to be on the lookout." "Aye, then you can certainly tag along if you're wanting. We might pass some of the wee engines on the way." "You're a lifesaver, Mr. Douglas." "Oh, I don't know about that. Don't pay it no mind." And so the search began. Douglas and Toad searched high and low for Duke. There were no little engines to be found, except for a diesel. "Excuse me, Mr. Diesel." "Wow, I've never been called Mr. before. Please call me Rusty. Rusty works." "So, Rusty, the little diesel, have you by any chance seen Duke?" I'm afraid I haven't seen him all day. It wouldn't hurt to check the Valley Station, though." "Oh, thank you. We will." But when Douglas and Toad ventured to the end of the line, Duke was nowhere to be found. "Oh no, he's not here either." "Relax yourself, Toad. Perhaps Duke is just having a wee bit of rest or working in the quarry." Toad wasn't convinced. On their return journey, something caught Douglas's eye. "Toad, I think I see another wee engine ahead." "Hurrah! Well done, Mr. Douglas. Is it Mr. Duke?" "It could be. It certainly looks like the wee fellow. But he is a different shade of brown." "Stop! We have to stop!" "Good grief, Toad. Wait. You're not Mr. Duke?" "Yes, I get that a lot. I suppose if I were a tank engine, it would be easier to tell us apart. Good day to you both." Now, both Douglas and Toad were keen to carry on, but there was another problem. Toad had given himself a wheel flat, and he needed repairs. He thought the day's search had been for naught until... "Mr. Duke! Yeah, all right. Oh, wait, no. You're in the works. Are you well?
Of course I am. My tubes just needed to be cleaned. I tell you, I was coughing up a storm each night. I'm sure the other engines would have shunted me here if I hadn't come myself.
I'm just glad to see you, Mr. Duke. I withdrew from my normal duties to make sure you were safe, but I think doing so only caused more problems.
I can certainly see that.
Mr. Oliver! Oh my goodness! What happened?
The trucks were playing their tricks and I lost my temper again. Oh, I wouldn't have been so cross if I had you with me. I appreciate your concern, Toad, but I think there's another engine who needs you more than I do.
Oliver and Toad, now grinning at their sorry states, heartily agreed. The three are now great friends. They love to share tales of their adventures whenever they meet. But I'm sure you'll agree that Oliver and Toad can tackle any adventure when they watch each other's back.